Welcome back. Today you're on part 3 of colors inside of your home. What are the best colors that you can paint inside your home to increase the value of your property? That is key. And keeping it neutral is always going to be my best advice. Neutral can be classic white. It can be neutral grays, neutral beiges. You're always going to see trends, and we're going to talk about trends in just a minute. Did you know that some of the popular paint colors that have been used throughout the years are now actually decreasing the value of your home? What does that mean? All right, well, if you are still rocking red in your dining room. Red was a color that almost everybody painted their kitchen and dining rooms. Probably 15, maybe it's 20 years ago already. Red is out. Maroon is out. I've seen maroon or purple color a lot in primary bedrooms over the years. I think because usually the woman in the relationship likes that color. It's the color I'm wearing today, but I don't recommend that you use this color when you are painting your home because it is very personal. Color's personal. If you didn't know that, the colors that you paint your home are extremely personal. Just think about your kids' bedrooms. That's why when it comes to selling your home, I don't really care usually what color the kids' bedrooms are painted, unless they're like black or something crazy. Most likely, depending on the age of the child, the sex of the child, the preferences of the child, that room is going to get repainted once someone moves in. So again, I don't usually worry about the colors in kids' bedrooms. So that would be your second, third bedroom, fourth bedroom, okay? I don't usually worry too much about it as long as the walls in those bedrooms are not all beat up. Now, if you've had teenagers and they've put push pins inside the walls of their room, all over the walls, and they're all scuffed up, or maybe you've used marker on these walls, those walls will need to be prepped and painted properly before we sell the home. But it really, really does depend on the condition of the walls and the paint. But for the most part, there are some things that you should be aware of when we're looking at the right or wrong colors that you can paint your home that will increase or decrease the value of your home. All right, so even though it's not all black and white, and these are just guidelines for the most part, but when you're looking at the colors of your home, I'm going to put my glasses on just for a second, because I've got, in some neighborhoods, and this is true, if you live in a coastal area, you're going to usually get those sunny colors, right? You're going to get the coastal colors, the blues, and maybe the oranges, and that's pretty cool. But if you live in good old Cincinnati, colors that can decrease the value of your home are going to be the ones that are really, really deep hues. And those, again, are very, very specific. And in Cincinnati, we're pretty conservative, right? You have to admit, in Cincinnati, we're pretty conservative. We are seeing a few more modern homes being built. For the most part, keeping it pretty neutral is the way to go. And you want to think about something different that you don't see. Now, let's take that back. All right, let's start over there for a second. If you're trying to sell your home, you want to think beyond just your own aesthetics, your own likes. You have to think about what it's like for other people who will be touring your home as well. And you don't want anything too loud, and that's what I'm talking about. Anything too loud, too obnoxious, maybe faux paint, not really the vibe anymore. If you have, if you did the sponge technique, or maybe over the years you've done some other kind of stamping on the walls. Actually, I still have little frogs stamped in my kids' bathroom, and they're so cute. I still love it. I did that 20 years ago, probably, where I I did a little faux paint, a little green faux paint on my kids' bathroom, and I stamped little froggies jumping up and down on the walls. And to me, I still think that's timeless and it makes me happy. But when it comes time to sell my home, most likely those little froggies are going to have to go. Now you can get like stickers. See, I'm aging myself a little bit, which is fine because that's what I do. But you can get stickers now that you can put on the walls as your kids grow up, and then you can take them off of the walls, and it doesn't impact the paint on the behind the stickers because they're just kind of like, they're little stick-ons, and there are many, many, many options for that. So making sure that you are staying in a neutral zone is going to 100% increase the value of your property. And so nothing too crazy. I've even seen some walls that are like checkered. So in a lot of these home improvement shows, sometimes they are the death of me. I don't watch the home improvement shows unless I'm, sitting in a waiting room or something like that, and the home improvement shows are on, and they're showing you these different techniques where you can put tape on the walls, and then you can paint and then remove the tape, and you've got another color behind it, and you've got all this thing, and it's really, really busy. That's fine for maybe a kid's bedroom, or in very, very small doses in maybe a laundry room. Something like that might work, but for the most part, one color, nice and plain. Yes, it can be boring. People who have different colors. There's one house, and I tell this story a lot. There's one house that I visited very early on in my career, and I was going for a listing appointment. And this family loved color. They had a very expensive home. It was a very big home. It was bold beyond. Each wall had a different primary color. So we had orange and red and blue and green. I walked in and I thought I was in a fun house. And I looked and my eyes got real wide and I realized, I don't think they're going to be happy that I have to tell them that they need to paint this entire first floor one color and not 7 colors. And they didn't like it, and I did not get hired. Well, the bottom line of that story, it did take longer for them to sell the house, and I do think a lot of it had to do with the color, the amount of color, and the amount of work it's going to take a new buyer to cover that up to make it their own. So you got to think about those things. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the colors of the year. They have been released. The colors for 2025 are out and available, and we're going to talk about it when we come back. My name is Michelle Sloan, and you're listening to the Sloan Sells Homes Open House right here on 55 KRC, the talk station.